funny because we're going to the Natural History Museum again. Mainly because of the Star of India. And because we didn't see any dinosaurs.
Or you see all the cool stuff, but we saw the coolest thing.
We were only here for like 5 hours. So.
And we also had pizza at the food museum.
Yeah, and Loretta's excited about food again.
And we gotta catch up with them.
You go ahead, I'm gonna walk. This is our day 2 of the Natural History Museum because we must be obsessed. This is the Alaska Feel at Home room. I didn't even see the moose. I walked right past them. I guess I see so many moose. Oh, we're having a bull moose fight. Holy moly. You have secrets too. I know you cannot hide. Show yourself. Show yourself.
Bunnies were so thick, these cottontails. We weren't killing them that time, but they were like, you could pull in the driveway. And remember, you were there that time, remember? The rapids.
Oh, yeah.
When you like step outside, they were like right there and they're like everywhere.
At your dad's or at your mom's?
At my dad's, remember?
I think I do.
First time we went there, before the girls were born.
I think I do vaguely.
Yeah, there were hundreds of them.
This next exhibit is like
That's your phone reflecting.
That's what it sounds like at night in Alaska, right?
Where are there locations?
No.
The spotted skunk.
Oh, I've heard of those.
What is this?
I thought they were fake.
There's
What
other
are those
skunks.
things?
It's not the only skunk.
It's hard to get exhibits like this. Coyote!
Coyote.
Hmm.
Okay, now they're a new favorite animal. They look just like foxes. And they're actually striped. They're like striped foxes.
Did you know we have them in Alaska?
We do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that like most of my life, and then Daddy's like, yeah, we do, and I'm like, are you serious? And then I googled it, and then I think I've seen one since then, actually.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
What's that, man?
Well, I grew up with, Grandpa's brown bear in the house, two. It was about that big.
There's a big black bear in the house, isn't he? I guess they did get that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One in the fish.
Mm-hmm.
There's one in the fish.
The black bears are like crossing each other.
Okay. I really love the sunset in the jaguar exhibit too.
You need to get a picture of this. Can I have your phone for a second so I can take a picture of something?
Okay, just a sec. I gotta unplug all my stuff.
People thought that they were purpose. Yeah, just fun.
Bighorn sheep. We don't have those in Alaska. Those are.
Yeah, just no sitting on the range.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. There's no signs.
Wait. Peekaboo. Okay, where's Daddy?
Right here.
Are we in the Theodore Roosevelt Memorial now?
Oh, we went through the mammals.
He conserved a lot of the land for hunting and fishing and animals after people were trying to destroy it all. He was the president that was like, we have to conserve the land so we can go hunting. Where am I going to go to clear my head if we destroy nature? He loved nature. See, there he is in a boat. Like, yeah, I'm getting away from you people. Going out to... By the 1890s, the American frontier had vanished.
Millions of buffalo slaughtered. And the most brilliant of Florida's birds, ibis, egrets, roseate spoonbills, sacrificed to provide feathers for women's hats. Especially hard-hit was the rookery for seabirds at Pelican Island off the Florida coast. In 1903, Roosevelt was approached by
So sad. That's why we study. That's why this is here. From boyhood, Theodore Roosevelt showed restless energy, penetrating intellect, and boundless curiosity. It would later make him famous, but his young body could not always keep up. As a nearsighted and asthmatic child, his first expeditions were into the world of books, especially natural history. Leaving his city home provided some relief from asthma, and Roosevelt loved the outdoors. During the summers in the country, collected tadpoles, observed colonies of ants, sketched, and took notes. Early on, he discovered a lifelong passion, birds. By the time Roosevelt began college at Harvard, he had decided on a career as a naturalist. Do you like birds, Ananda? The double anti-May is made differently from the rest. Half of it being red, it builds a nest on its branches. Okay. The little red spider is very curious. Also very little, being about the size of this something, though the air by declining and thread before it, and sometimes for several yards it is very quarrelsome. It makes its web in leaves and eats flies.
51 bird refuges and 18 national monuments. He also created and expanded 150 national forests. He was wild places, answered the nature of the boy. More than a century later, many of the riches of the wilderness
I didn't learn about Roosevelt until I started teaching you guys a couple years ago about him. Yeah. And there were two Roosevelt presidents, right? There was Franklin Roosevelt and Teddy Roosevelt. And Franklin Roosevelt's the one that got polio. And he did a lot of really cool stuff politically. But this president did a lot of really cool stuff naturally. All the way. I wish I could name all the bones for you. From the top down. Somebody quick, name all the cranial bones.
Say what?
Name all the cranial bones.
What about?
You go. You know.
The occipital, I don't know.
Parietal, frontal.
Temporal, orbital.
12 ribs. Humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals, ilium, ischium, coccyx, tibia, radius, talus, medial, and lateral malleolus. And the foot bones are really cool. There's the navicular and calcaneus. I already say talus. That's 3. Did you want to be an archaeologist ever? Yeah?
I did read quite a bit about these people here, or these early
Oh, the
hominids that
people,
were
the
so
early
short.
people.
They were walking
Who are
through
they?
a valley, and
are
it's
they?
thought that a volcano
go over to the
happened while they were
sign.
walking, and that they were walking hand in hand, and they were found in a way that suggests that that was the story.
I should say. So what's this? Hyenas versus hominids. As the sun set over the hilly terrain in eastern Asia some 500,000 years ago, a giant hyena approached a lone male of the species Homo erectus, possible meal for cubs back at the den. By the time of this scene, our early hominid relatives were fairly successful, having spread into parts of Asia and even Europe. But even though hominids like Homo erectus had become skilled hunters, some large animals still may have considered them prey. Now extinct, the lion-sized hyenas that lived during this time were mostly scavengers, but they were so large they could easily hunt and kill. The Homo erectus remains known as Peking man were found in what may have been an ancient hyena den. Ah! I have seen a most rare vision, a vision beyond the wits of man to say what dream it was. Man's ear cannot see, eye cannot hear, hand cannot touch, tongue cannot conceive. Lucy, perhaps the most familiar of all early hominids, Lucy lived in eastern Africa more than 3 million years ago. Members of her species, Australopithecus afarensis, ventured down from the trees into the grassy woodlands along the edge of the forest, where they walked on 2 limbs instead of 4. Studies of the skeleton have shown that Lucy and her kind walked upright like modern humans, but their cone-shaped rib cages, short legs, and small brains resembled those of apes. So I read online today that this isn't the original, it's a cast. The original's in Africa or something.
Okay, cool.
But still, it's really cool. If you ever study like anthropology in school, college or something, they will definitely mention Lucy. Did you hear any of that? This is the earliest, most complete hominid skeleton ever found. You know what that means? The earliest human skeleton ever found.
Ice Age stuff is pretty cool. This one
There are some other hominids in front of Lucy. Cute. Oh. They're all different types of skulls. Hominids at the dawning of Homo sapiens. Homo sapien. Okay, so these are all Homo sapiens. That first case over there, every skull is a different type of, you know, what would you call it? And that first one is crazy because each skull is a different person. They're all the same. Oh, hominids of the dawning. Early modern humans outside Africa. That. You guys see this person nicknamed the Hobbit? Alright, this skull from the island of Flores, Indonesia, belonged to a hominid so small it is nicknamed the Hobbit. Found with a partial skeleton in 2004, it has sparked a furious debate. Although the Flores hominid seems to have only lived 18,000 years ago, it is at the same time as modern humans. It had a tiny brain, similar in size to the brains of our earliest ape-like relatives. Scientists who discovered the fossils classify the Flores hominid as its own species, Homo floresiensis. Others maintain it was a victim of disease. Why was the Flores hominid so small? Biologists have observed the species isolated on islands tend to change size as they evolve over the course of many generations. Also, remains of pygmy elephants have also been found in Flores. These elephants likely evolved into similar forms in response to limited food resources. Perhaps the small size of Flores hominid reflects the pressure during the hominid evolution. You think?
Yeah.
Makes sense, I guess.
It's all speculation whether it's disease or evolution.
Human figure with lion head sculpted in mammoth ivory. 32,000 years old. Mammoth horse and feline, 32,000 years old, from Germany.
They're just sitting there watching the TV. It's boring.
You don't like the pandemic show?
Boring.
Woman's head sculpted in mammoth ivory. Let's make sure we don't forget about Loretta. Forehead, lion head, mammoth, and bear molded in clay, 26,000 years old.
I don't think she's actually watching reading it. I think she's just watching it. I mean, it might be satisfying.
Male
Because of all the
figure.
Right.
Yeah. Ooh, look at this. I didn't even see this. Female figure sculpted in relief in limestone, France, around 25,000 years old. And these were what really caught my eye, these goddesses, because I really love these in history books. Female figure sculpted in mammoth ivory. The reason I'm interested in the goddesses, I never really was, but when I met Daddy, Grandma Annie was a sculptor or whatever of clay, and she gave me one that looked kind of like that second one down there. Not exactly, you've seen her. And I kept her around, and I'm like, a fertility goddess? Why do I need a fertility goddess? I'm not trying to get pregnant. And Daddy or Grandma Annie said something like, oh, that wouldn't be so bad. And I'm like, what? Too long after that, I got pregnant with you. And now my life is beautiful. That's how I said it when I was a little kid. Beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, are we ready? We're gonna go find the Star of India, maybe? Hopefully. We get there before it closes today.
Science. It's about communicating science, but it's also about doing science. And we have a great meteorite collection that we've studied to understand what the rock tells us.
My research is focused on a group of meteorites called the ordinary chondrites. Meteorites that are very
Let's look around this meteorite.
I know. Where's Daddy? Huh? Oh, he's...
The bedrock.
Oh, they do? Has that always been there or no?
That was from Greenland or Norway.
Oh.
So they're just one and displaying it in the world.
The poor extinct passenger pigeon. I want to bring you back to life, passenger pigeon. I will. I'm gonna draw them. Huh?